and we have slowly started to do that also to make it all look as one look and one feel of a campus, a very modern facility that people are happy to work in, bright and also around collaborative of teamwork, and so being able to bring teams together with committees to have social events. We have things like kickball leagues and those type of things, right? And then
tanks.
Yeah, dunk tanks. Yeah, it's one of the favorite. Yes, they like to put me in the dunk tank. But anyways, but I think the other part of this, right, is that as we've grown, giving our folks the capability to expand both professionally and personally, and also to really take part in some of the cutting edge technology. I mean, we have some of the greatest scientists in the world here, and they do amazing things with all of the products coming out in the marketplace. And so, how do we continue to give them opportunities to see those things?
Great. Talked a little bit about how the new building integrates with the rest of the buildings on the campus. Is there anything else you'd like to add to that as far as maybe in this facility or this campus and maybe the broader Eurofins network? How everything's going to integrate and mesh with that?
Yeah, so we have a phenomenal network throughout our biopharma product testing worldwide. So we have 4 facilities in the U.S. and then we have 30 world over in Europe and throughout Asia. And the nice part I think about our network is that we're very, very well integrated. We're all going to the same LIMS system, same platform for systems. We work very collaboratively together. We ensure that we have the right answer for the customer regardless of the site. The key as always is what does the customer need and where is the expertise for that, and how do we get that expertise on that project. We also share quite a bit of best practices between all of the facilities. And then we also have our professional scientific services group, right? So we have all the models necessary between we call it insourcing with our staffing laboratories for our customers, to our FTE programs, to our fee for service. So depending upon what the need is in the marketplace as to how best to service the customers, we have that model in order to be able to do it. So it's actually a very close connection between all of the sites. And one of the things that we're very proud of is the fact that the service level that you get here, service level is the same that you'll get at all of our sites. And we help from a risk mitigation standpoint so that you're not necessarily just tied to one facility, but there's multiple facilities that may have your methods if that's what the customer would like. And then also, again, depending upon the technology, where do we have the right technology and where can we make the investment, or where do we need to make the investment?
So we talked already about some of the specific features and benefits of the facility. You mentioned some of the things that you're most proud of. Is there anything? Are there any other features or anything else that you'd like to mention? And also, we also talked about, how this facility is really designed to streamline that drug development process and the testing process to get the products, to market faster. Anything else you'd like to add to that?
I think if you look at the evolution of what we've been able to do, just from a process standpoint, we've really been able to basically get away from paper and really go electronic across the board. So you can't walk around this facility without seeing somebody with a laptop and their electronic notebook, being able to get real-time data review. We've made massive upgrades in in our entire IT infrastructure, so that again we're very flexible as to how we're doing our work, where we're doing our work, and even from electronic notebook to it being tied into our LIMS system, to our LIMS system being tied in with our customer's LIMS system. Again, there's just a seamless electronic platform that we have that again I think is really world class and that you won't find in the industry elsewhere. And all of the facility is designed really around that, which is how can I be in a chamber and have wireless? How can I scan product in and out versus hand typing it? And how do I make sure that I have positive control over everything that I'm doing? And likewise, how as an analyst am I ensuring that I'm getting real-time data review, real-time feedback on what I'm doing, rather than waiting till something goes wrong and a few weeks later finding that information.
Is this a feature or benefit that your clients are looking for, to be able to access their test results or monitor their products in real time, or to get continuous updates, things like
Absolutely.
that?
They're looking for partners that really are an extension of their facility, right? And so they want access to raw data, they want access to real-time information, and then if you start to think about what are the regulatory agencies looking for, regulatory agencies through a lot of the data integrity initiatives, which is how are you ensuring the fidelity of that data coming out, right? And so again, if you're electronically capturing it, then you really don't have any concerns about can there be manipulation or is there manipulation. You've taken the human factor out of it. And likewise, even if you just think about things like transcription errors, how easy it is to write numbers down wrong or those type of things, all of that goes away. And so what we've seen is, as we've really implemented this, not only the lean processes, but a lot of these electronic systems, is that we've seen a massive decrease in operator-related errors. Some of the challenges is people are going to make mistakes, right? You have a rough evening, you don't sleep well, or whatever it is, or you're sick, right? The reality is that people make mistakes, and the more that you can mistake-proof those things, the less prone you are to making those errors. And so we've seen, again, across the board, a massive decrease in that, and just a streamlining of the process flow.
Now, you mentioned that within the facility, you've done a lot of upgrades to the IT systems, data integrity. I know that's important to your clients, but how important is that to? And I'm assuming that it's important when you can get this data quickly. But as far as submission to regulatory agencies, is that something that's a big issue as far as submitting data, say, electronically instead of on paper? I mean, is that something that the regulatory agencies are pushing towards? And if so, is that a benefit that you have in order to get products to market faster?
Yeah, so we haven't necessarily seen a dramatic push from the regulatory agencies to file things electronically in certain aspects. There are certain areas where they are doing that. I think the idea is the access to the data in real time from our customers,
right,
so that they can understand what's going on and being able to make adjustments or changes as necessary, and making those decisions real time rather than waiting to get the entire information and then trying to analyze it in those. The other piece of it is really about the fidelity and the trust in the results. And so you know that if you get it out of spec or if it's in spec, that there's a trust in there that everything was captured appropriately, that it was done right the first time, versus having to go back and do rework or question, okay, hold on, let me see the document trail for this and let me see the document trail for that. And it also, when you take a look at the audit trail in general, how easy is it for us to really review that audit trail. Well, it's much easier in an electronic system than it is in a paper notebook or in a manual process. And so really we've worked on that. So I think the real benefit comes down